Friday. Good afternoon, Nigerians. Good afternoon. Amazing people. It's good to be here again. Of course, my name is Just Blossom and you're welcome to the buzz. Today is the end of this Friday edition. We're talking about entertainment generally. Running from last weekend till today, the general one that interests us. And of course, we have amazing guests here. Not we have two artists. And the beauty, I'm just going to introduce Nature Boy first because this is the first time coming on the block. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
So you're the one serenading us last week, but we are not
I had an issue on my way, so
yeah, of course, I totally understand. But thank God that you're here today. Thank you so much for coming. And also, we have, I'm sure you guys saw him last time. We have T Mirror. T Mirror, how you doing now?
I'm alright, I'm very well. How's everyone doing today?
We're doing good.
TGIF, thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. There's always this joy being like, thank God it's Friday because you know you're going to rest. That's for those who are actually going to rest. For those that still have work, I'll just take congratulations, keep pushing. Okay, the first video I want to take is the one I saw today, just this morning, and I was like, okay, let me talk about it. You know, we already have African giants, which is Burna Boy, and there was a time people were, nagging at Burna Boy, and they said, okay, let's give it to Falz. Falz is the new African giant, but I don't think anybody accepted that. But now we have Davido, who was bragged on the street of Paris that he has been meeting the Saudi Arabian prince, that he's the king of music. I'm just going to ask our reactions if Davido is actually the king of music or we have somebody else in mind. But before that, let's watch the video where he was in Paris and he met Saudi Arabian prince, and of course they had a discussion and he was so excited, declaring himself the king of music. We'll be right back. First, I just want to ask, both of you are artists. Would you agree that Davido is the king of music, or you have somebody else in mind? Or probably you want to also declare yourself the king of music?
For me, I feel like Nature Boy that you can find here is the king of music.
Oh shit!
And I myself, I declare myself. No, not Prince. You should call me the Lord of Music.
Oh, Lord of Music. We'll be having so many titles at the end of the day.
Yeah, everybody that came for Lino.
Ah.
Yeah, so if he decides to declare himself king, all hail Davido.
Okay, so do you agree? You're the king of music. He declared you king of music.
I think everybody is a king on his own lane, as he said. I think as long as you keep doing your thing, you're a king in your own whatever you do. Yeah. As long as you're doing it right, you're a king.
I actually agree to that because if everybody is declaring, if you had said you're the king or he's the king, I'd have said maybe I'm the queen of media. Whatever.
For sure, that goes right.
Okay, I want us to look at another. This is an exciting one actually. Latif Adedimeji reflects on his journey and of course as he shares his new movie trailer. Now, this is celebrity packed, I must say. It's an amazing one. The name of the movie is Oli Shabi, but I hope I pronounced that wrong. Yes, it's Shabi, Oli Shabi. Anyway, there's a trailer to that one, and the movie is very. In fact, I can't wait for it to come out. The movie is deep, it's very strong. It's one of the things that I think one of the cultural things that they're bringing out to limelight again. And I think I like the way Nigerians are towing the line of culture, bringing back traditions, things that have happened in the past, even though some people say this story is not the way I get it, but at least they're bringing it apart.
They are able to represent it and all that. But I have a challenge with what they are doing.
Really? Why?
Yes. In the sense that the way they are handling movies now, practically everybody knows how the film is going to end. Like, it's always the same storyline all through and all that. But then, it's not a big deal because ideas can look alike sometimes. But at the same time, I also say that the suspense the white people give us, yes, is always very nice when we watch trailers. But then, celebrities these days, they are now going beyond just trailers to give us behind the scenes of the movies and all that, even before the movie is released. At the end of the day, when the movie comes out, you don't like the movie anymore. For example, we have Ibrahim Chatter's Film Village. I think that's where the movie was shot. Yeah. Practically every side of the place, they are filming with social media, and you have seen everywhere already.
Right. So you shouldn't be so distracted away from social
let's just get the trailer and then we wait for the movie. Don't show us every part of it. It's all in the name of seeing the movie. At the end of the day, you will not sell out the way you want to sell out.
Because there's sneak peek of
We've seen too much.
Okay, but Nature Boy, do you agree? And also with the fact that we're bringing our culture, one happened in Djibouti, people are bringing out stuff to make people understand the heritage and the culture of basically talk about the Yoruba tribe. So what do you say about that?
And for me, I think it's nice trying to showcase the Yoruba culture to the world through movies and all. But my point of view is I think there should be more attention being paid to people behind the scenes, like the story writers, the script writers. I think they need more people on that. I think they're not putting much attention to the behind the scenes people. I think.
Really?
So I think they focus majorly on the actors, how popular it is to sell the film. I think that's giving it a low cut.
I want to
kind
understand
of thing.
What kind of focus are you talking about?
I think the same attention, the focus, the treatment they are giving to giving to the actors, the actresses. I think it should be given to the script writers. I think.
And that's quite true because most of the times you find out that when you go for movie premieres, you see the celebrities are always the ones.
Yes, they're not celebrating the
so
people.
they hardly they'll just say, okay, this is the script writer, his name is this.
They barely even do that.
Right.
But I think they do that now. But you find that most of the script writers, we don't even know them by face. We know the producers because obviously the producers are always well known, the executive producers are always well known. We don't know I feel like the lights man, the whatever, the camera,
the audio,
their face doesn't
exactly,
even
the
need
editors, I think they are the celebrities are the ones that are doing the work of acting. I think the main job is in the production.
Sure.
It's not just the outface, it's what comes before you see the movie. But anyways, we're not trying to say they are not doing well. They are doing well, we're just saying some of these loopholes need to be filled. Else, trust Nigerians, they will help you to fill it up, and they will fill it up with what you do not expect. So let's quickly see the trailer for the Shabi, and we'll be right back to the studio. The Shabi trailer, and it's quite interesting, but I just want to ask this. We have in the house another regular guest on the buzz every Friday. I just want to ask, I was thinking behind the camera, that why do we have most of the regular faces? Like, if you check from, I can't even remember all the Yoruba movies, but not Yoruba movies, like the movies, we have most of these popular persons on the movie, and it's like when you see the next one, you see the same set of people, you see the next one, you see the same set of people. Do you think they should probably try to, I know it's a marketing strategy because you see your fave, you want to watch, you see your, but do you think there should be a bit of a role change or screen face though?
We've spoken about this. I've spoken about this in a show before, and I even saw something about this same thing on the internet, on Twitter, and somebody was saying there was this influencer who was doing something about social life back then. I don't know how the Gen Z did that for us, but it was a lot of fun, we want to break dance and everything. And there's this particular movie that Annie is on, Annie and the gang and all of that. So the guy was now saying, so the guy was like comparing the skit this particular influencer was doing, this particular speaker was doing. Like, look at this is a basic skit, social. You want to break dance, all about that. You guys are taking us to part of Riverdale, and they're taking us their broad high school type. We have our own regular, what we all pass through. You now come tell us that we should rate you and all of that. So this same thing you're saying is the same thing that we're saying. Then before you put influencers on BBN, I'm supposed to say that, reality TV show kind of people, and you put them on the movie because of marketing strategy. It doesn't have that much content. People are not really active. They're not really active. It's just about this person is on it, this person is on it, this person is on it.
And that's very true. We'll have a lot of these even Sabailo. At a point I was watching because they had different people, new faces, and they were good actors and actresses. And now the new one, I'm seeing a lot of influencers. I'm not just gonna say this on air so they don't come for me.
But then it's not a crime to have influencers on this stuff.
Yeah,
because
it's not.
At the end of the day, you can't put marketing out of any content that you put out. But then at the end of the day, the depth of the story.
But I think they are putting too much attention on influencers.
right?
Actors should be actors, influencers should be influencers. You can't say a carpenter should start building house now. It's not possible. Everybody has a role to play. It's about role playing.
Making is not
Acting, yeah, for real. Anybody can act.
Everybody can act a skit. Thank you very much. But acting is, I mean, like, I was seeing a white documentary and someone is saying they used over 85 weeks on it.
To shoot.
Yeah.
But they are not Nigerians.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Because Nigerians shoot movies 2 weeks.
A week, save.
A week, true. They're done.
The only thing you should shoot in 2 weeks for me is skits.
Why people doing this to Nigerians now? Why you say we use 2 weeks? It's not fair.
Or maybe 3 days.
That's not okay. We are doing well. We're going to get there. The only thing I just want to say is, please, for those who do graphic editing, and the ones that they will show where ego is coming to
Somebody.
please, can you try and do it or just avoid it? Use your mouth and say
Yeah, the VFX part.
yeah,
Yeah.
the effect part
I
is
feel like they're even better. I saw.
They are very better.
That was
what we
Even the one they had in Jago Jago.
I think it's about the budget. They are real VFX actors. Like
Yeah.
you just have to pay what they
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, so depends on the amount you have to run a
Okay.
VFX project.
And
That's what you get.
You know, there's another one I want to say where Toby Bakare jumped 3rd million
yeah, the
bridge.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Brotherhood. Yeah. You know, I was looking at it like that's very good. They have to bring
Yeah.
someone to
Yeah.
yeah.
Double. It's not
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
double,
double now, but if it was before,
Uh,
you will just see somebody flying. It's just, yeah, but now I think they're doing great. So yes, we just have to commend them. So those, please, all these little things you're mentioning, I know it's not easy to be honest, but it's something. These are the people that will still work. We are the ones that will still work. So I think you should try to consider that. Okay, let's go over to Rema, who donated millions to his church, and Daddy Freeze actually reacted to that. Let's watch the video first. Then after the video, I will say what Daddy Freeze said in reaction to that video. But let's watch the video of Rema donating money to his church. We'll be right back. All that 105 million naira donated to the church from different, the teen church, the widow, and all of that. That's a big donation from Rema right there to the church, and of course, trust that Freeze is ring lights and of course like with controversies every now and then. He came out to say, please, everyone's saying this is tight. It's not tight. It's just returning the favor the church offered to him at the times that they needed it. And also he's still, Freeze is always one person that speaks against tight. I don't know why he's always doing that. But I want to start with you. Yeah, that's a beautiful donation. What would you say about Freeze's reaction?
Actually, his reaction is right because I don't think it's tight. Because tax is supposed to be a 10% of his income. For him to have given 105, I don't know, he must have big account.
Definitely.
So that is not 10% of what he has. So that's not tight. So if Daddy Freeze is of the opinion that he's giving back, and that's what he said, I'm giving back to the church because they were there for me when this, that, and that happened.
Okay, so what would you about that? Let me ask your point about tithes. Would you agree with Daddy Freeze always say no, do not pay tithes? You can do every other thing you want to do, but payment of tithes is a no for him.
I think that's his own personal opinion. I think he has what he believes in, and everybody, you believe what you believe in. Actually, what you believe in works for you. Yeah. So I feel that's what he believes in. If he believes a tithe doesn't work for me, then he should keep it to himself and not advising people that want to actually pay tithes. So I feel that's just his own opinion.
His own opinion.
Yeah.
If someone was telling me, I can't remember who was actually informing me that in most churches now, not all churches though, but in most churches that are very popular, you see some of the pastors, they don't come out and say, okay, for those who want to pay tithes, come out, or they start preaching about tithing. That most of their language right now is for those who have been paying tithes and pay their tithes should come out and pay tithes. It's as though like they've come to understand that people don't have orientation anymore of tithes. And some people believe that they should probably go out to the beggars, to the homeless, and bringing it to the church where probably they invest in building. I'm not supposed to.
In my own opinion,
Yes.
in my own very simple opinion, I actually feel like as a person. But then I've also come to the realization that the way the church is structured these days, it's not a great influence for tithing. Because the original plan for tithing that time was to communion, to come together to your 10%, and then there's a balance, like an equilibrium, to be able to make everybody like okay.
I think the problem is, I think the real issue is, after paying all of that, I pay my taxes, you understand, but with what has been going on, everybody, their whole
opinion,
I pay my tax, but I think the whole problem is you're paying that tithe. A lot of, let me tell you, in the house of God, wherever you are, be it Islam, we have a lot of poor people. So I think the problem is, you pay that tithe, a lot of the day, you use your slippers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you get to this, and you see the man of God. You understand?
Convoy.
It is, everybody with security, and so you're like, you understand? So I think that is where the problem is. Like, I always tell people, you see religion, it's perspective, like you said.
Yes, it's perspective.
You and God.
Those that were raised in the Islamic religion, there's nothing you want to tell about heaven or hell or all of that. There are other people. If you were in China, if you were Chinese, you understand, you definitely believe in Buddha. There's nothing anybody to tell you. It's because most of us were raised from the Christian home. Do you understand? So growing up now, we are now understanding that when they take results, not be so.
It's supposed to be.
Like it's more like people are not getting so exposed. Like how would I be paying such amount of time and look at then to be honest, then when I was very little, there was the children's church. I had to find my way out of children's church because I felt they are too childish for me. I had to join, and the only way you can get out of children's church is if you join a group. So I had to join the choir, and I remember every time, if you don't even pay your tithe, because you're a chorister, the reverend will have a meeting with you. Like you didn't pay your tithes, your name is not there and all of that. Then on the long run, we had to pay, and they were like, okay, the tithes and the normal, there's a small fee that every individual pays in the adult church that will help build a particular school. And all of it is school, and it's like every branch is doing that to build that school. And I remember that even before I finished secondary school, the school was already ready. In my mind, I'm like, I donated now, even small me one day, I donated, so I'm going to that university. And at the end of the day, the amount
you have to pay for
I have to pay for fee. It's like I'm not the only child. Why would they be paying that kind of amount of school? So you cannot, even right from there, my orientation almost started changing. I'm not going to pay tithe to anybody. But because I know what tithe has done, like you said, it's a personal thing. You just keep doing it. Sometimes, for me, it's not every time I actually take it to the church, because at the church I see a lot of poor people. Sometimes I have to give it to them.
Yes.
I have to do it the right way, because I know when it gets to the church cannot reach all of this persons. You understand?
But there are some churches who try to bridge that gap. For example, I've been to Redeem, to one of the churches, and then every third Sunday, everybody gets a portion of risings or whatever.
That's beautiful.
And I feel like that's who
that's
already.
beautiful.
That's how that's how the Church of God is supposed to be. And you also find in Islam, because I schooled in Ilorin, you find some mosque, some rich people will come and share food. And the part of tithing talking about, some of them do sadaqah, and it doesn't even go to the mosque. It goes to
this spirit of wokeness, like you said, this spirit of exposure. I also feel like, there are a lot of people, especially outside as much as I agree with the Gen Z. Sometimes I really because there are some things that outside you
You have to question realities now.
Why are you saying you should? And because a lot of so-called pastors, you understand, like when they are confused, they're taking this fighting like a topic. When they are telling you to it feels like going to influence you. This is supposed to be
free will.
It's
from your heart.
Only when you do it,
Thank you very much.
I don't believe the blessings just come
There's a part I even want to I would like to address. It's the fact that I was invited to a church. If anybody invites me to church, I don't go again.
Why?
In the sense that imagine me going to a church and then they're asking for offering, and then on the screen I'm seeing the pastor's personal account.
Is it the pastor's personal account?
Yes, the person. No, if it's
The church
if it's the
pastor.
church, no wahala. Personal account with his name. You can pay tithes into this account,
Is it pastor of the church?
and then the
So
pastor.
even the church account is being controlled by the pastor. So
understand?
what was it?
Exactly.
Later, you're coming back to tell me that I know what I do. I know all the things I did to build this church.
I think church and religion altogether is being monetized now.
I swear.
So I think that's just it. I feel everything is all the God sent.
We have to
So
do.
So I'm gonna say thank you to this just a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're exposing us a little bit. You're always some things differently.